what color jacket I wanted to wear. You know, I kept going back and forth, and you know what? I think we're just gonna ditch the jacket today. Can we ditch the jacket? Can we go jacketless today, everyone? Do we just go jacketless? Is it getting hot in here? Is it getting kind of hot in here? Because I'm taking the jacket off. I could not figure out a jacket that I liked with this. I was like, I want to do like this like pink flamboyant thing today, and I just couldn't do it. And I know what you're thinking, Chris. No one cares about your jacket. What's going on today? I'll tell you what's going on. A lot is going on today. What kind of toothpaste do I use? I use Arm & Hammer toothpaste. I love it. It's a great toothpaste. Welcome to the beginning of the show, everyone. My name is Chris Casper. We do this show every Wednesday. It's where I give you different tips on toothbrushes and see how long I can get away without shaving before I see a comment about it. Has not happened yet today, chalking it up as a win. If you comment about it now, it's null and void. It's because I baited you into it. Gotta come Friday. Gotta come Friday. Today on the show, everyone, we have three fantastic guests. First one might win name of the evening. We got Dalt Disney. Mr. Dalt Disney is going to be on today. Got to check him out. Great conversationalist. He has a lot of interesting things that I didn't know about him. Luckily, I have a fantastic admin helper, secretary, person. She's a person. We'll give her that. Is that too generous? Person? I don't know. Oh, person's good. Okay, person's good. All right, so we've got Dalt Disney going on. We've got Lexi coming on the show, and we have Best Friend on the show this evening. So three fantastic personalities. And yes, you did hear me correctly. One of the guests tonight goes by Best Friend. Best Friend. Her full birth name, so her legal birth name is Can I Be Your Best Friend? Can I is her first name, B, and then is her middle, and then Your Best Friend is the last one. So it's a full legal name, but you know, she likes to shorten it down a little bit. So take notes in case you have some of those wild names. Everyone, today is a crazy day on the app. There's a lot of really exciting things that I'd normally wait until Friday to talk about, but guess what? We're live right now, so we're going to talk about it. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time here, hit the favorite button. Would appreciate that. Number 2, hit the name, click Instagram, and if you have not hit follow yet, you could be the lucky recipient of a congratulations thank you. Who is sending a verse battle at a time like this? They took it away. They knew they goofed. All right. We're almost at 5K on the Instagram. So, you know what? I'm taking this time. I'm really tired today. I put on cologne. I didn't even shower. Normally, I shower before the show. Didn't do it. You can smell me through the screen, I know. That's why I put the cologne on. I put the cologne on. I was like, we gotta be courteous. We gotta make sure that we're not scaring the peoples away. We can't have Dalt feeling, you know, the stinks. We can't have Lexi smelling it. We can't have Best Friend smelling it. But let's talk about the things that are going on today on the app that are so important that we need to discuss. First thing, everyone, you ready? First thing. I'll be bringing this up again Friday, so you can tell everyone you heard it first. You heard it first here. Normally, first news is Friday, but not this week, because I'm so excited to tell all of you, first and foremost, that Zoosk has begun integration. So you heard about it. She's like, oh my gosh, just say it. We are saying it right now. Zoosk has begun integration. And so, similar to how Plenty of Fish started, when it started with its integration, do you remember? You remember back when we did the Streamer of the Year Awards, when we had these? Oh my gosh, get it together. When we had these things, you remember this? Yeah. So when we did this, Gem B came on the show and officially announced that Zoosk would be joining. I think my star is upside down. You see my monitors? Do I have anything crazy on there? No, it's just Google. So Zoosk has officially begun integration, everyone. That means you have the opportunity to connect with more streamers, new people, have more viewers, more potential favorites, gifters, you name it. Zoosk is here. It's starting to integrate, so check that out, okay? Make sure you're very welcoming to the people from Zoosk, because I want to take it back to a throwback real quick. You remember when Plenty of Fish first started, and they're like, hey, what is this? Why is there a dude with a flower tie on my screen right now? I came here to find hot local singles in my area, and instead I get this. I'm sorry, to begin with. Number 2, consolation prize, let me be your guide. This is a live streaming experience, so be kind, be a guide, welcoming arms, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, I'm not wearing a jacket for this show. Sorry, I know you came for the jacket. It's only tie today. Number 3, third one today, everyone. This one I think is super exciting. Merged Battle Chats are back. Yeah? Merged Battle Chats are back. But Chris, I don't see that. How do I get the Merged Battle Chats? You have to opt into it. So when we first launched Merged Battle Chats, there was a little commotion about some people not liking it. Well, we I won't say fixed it, because I never considered it to be broken myself. Because you know what happened? When we took away Merged Battle Chats, everyone was like, give me the battle chat back. And guess what? You goofed. You had to wait 6 months to get it back. This is why we can't have nice things sometimes. All right. So Merged Battle Chat is back. So if you want to do that, you have to opt into it. Okay. So Merged Battle Chat is back. Zeus is beyond integration. Welcome to Suit It Up. I almost said the rundown because these are rundown announcements. Welcome to Suit It Up, everyone. We do this show every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight on the show, we have Dalt Disney, who is requesting the box right now because he's a gentleman and a scholar. We have Lexi on the show. And last but not least, we've got Can I Be Your Best Friend? Maybe she could be my best friend. I'm not sure. Skylight will not be joining us on the show today because we've cut her. All right, everyone. So on that note, Dalt Disney, if you want to go ahead and give that box a request, sir, this is Suited Up, your weekly interview-style show. That's my excuse to come back live because that's what I used to do. Dalt, I saw you in the chat. I saw you in the chat, man. I know you're here. There he is. Dalt Disney's coming to the building, everyone. Thank you so much. Now, please remember, while we do these conversations, I will not be acknowledging the gifts like that new dragon wheel. You see that? The new dragon wheel, everyone? The lightning dragon is here. In secret, I'm going to give you all a secret. We spoil the next dragon way ahead of time. We always spoil the dragon ahead of time. We spoiled it with the lightning castle. So maybe you might figure out the next hint that we give for potentially if we ever do another dragon. But until then, check out that new lightning dragon. Here we go, everyone. Our first guest of the evening. He is the man of magicalness. He's bringing it to the live streams. He's Mr. Dalt Disney. That's what I got.
What's up, Chris?
It's nice to see you, sir.
Hey, you too.
Thank you. I love this. This is for the occasion?
For the occasion.
For the occasion?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But we
normally
can't lose a hat.
No. It's like a monk, you know, business in the front, party in the top of the head.
Exactly.
Great. Okay. Dalt Disney, what was the inspiration behind Mortimer Mouse? Well, the Mickey Mouse, Mortimer Mouse, Donald, was this something they had in the works a long time, or is Dalt Disney completely unrelated?
No, obviously I like Disney, but if you're going to sit here and you're going to question me all night about Disney stuff, I'm going to say you win, I lose.
Okay.
When I first started streaming, they found out my name was Dalton, and they were like, yo, your name is not very catchy. Like, we need something better. And I was like, well, I don't really know. So right when I first started streaming, they're like, well, let's do Dalt Disney instead of Walt Disney. And I was like, I like it. I like it.
In terms of scary, it goes like the Grim Reaper is here, and then the corporate power of Disney is here. Are you ever afraid that Walt Disney Corp may come after you? Like, is this scary?
I don't really think about it. I would hope not, right? You would think they wouldn't. I'm not stealing their brand or anything.
No. Well, talking about being scared, I wouldn't think that you would, because you are a man of honor. You are a man of bravery. In fact, it's my understanding that you are also a former service member. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Correct. So for the people who are now just meeting you for the first time, what branch did you serve in? How long did you serve for?
I served in the Marine Corps. I did 4 years, one deployment, 9.5 months, and then I got medically retired out.
Okay. So that's like an honorable discharge.
Yeah, yeah. It means like you're retired, where they literally compensate for like the things that happen to you for the rest of your life, basically.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know too much about the military of the service, but it sounds like
sure.
that's a pretty good deal there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you pick your battles, right? You know, you could stay in and do 20 years and retire, or there's like, hey, we're gonna force you out, but we're gonna pay you for it, basically.
Yeah, it's not abandoning the deal. I won't go too far into the military service because there's an
Sure.
excellent show that's on every week with Mr. Bart, who taps in this information. Actually, I believe that you've been connected with Bart recently. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah. I co-host on Bart's show a lot when his other admin can't do it. So yeah, definitely.
Excellent, excellent. So that really starts to jump into the next subject, which is how does someone like yourself find themselves on this platform, and specifically, which platform are you a part of?
Okay, well, I'm a part of POF.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, I had no clue what I was doing. I was just literally on Meet Me one day, and I hit a go live button. Well, then I got locked out of my account. So I went to POF, I made a new account, and I hit the go live button, and that's how I started. Like, I had no clue what I was doing. People were coming in talking to me, and I was like, yo, what is this? Like, what's going on? And I think the first gift I got, man, it was like a 5 or something. I was like, what does that mean? I'm really confused. What does this do? So I definitely had to go around in other people's streams and figure it out for sure.
Yeah. Was going live something that you had done before, or had you had any exposure to Limelight Media, anything like that?
No exposure to any media. I was just like, what does this button do? And I clicked it, and I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. Meeting people that I have never met before and just chit-chatting about our day. And then it reeled me in, is what it did. It reeled me in, and I was like, yo, I like this.
Well, I did say Limelight, and it would not be true to say that you have never experienced the Limelight, because I hear that you have experience in motorsports, and you were pretty good at it.
Oh, yeah. I raced motocross my whole childhood, growing up, dirt bikes, supercross tracks. And then I gave that up for college baseball. So I've rode on bikes for a while.
What would you say was the highlight of your is it biking? Is it called? I imagine you're like on a pedal doing something. What is motorsports?
No, yeah. So supercross is a dirt bike. So I mean, if anybody doesn't know what supercross is, I mean, would say you look at a gap that's 90 foot. I've jumped in the air on my dirt bike 90-foot gap. They have some big jumps. It was pretty cool. I loved it, but it's always that risk, you know.
Yeah.
I might break my arm today. I might break my neck today, but you don't think about that stuff when you're racing. You just do it.
That seems like also you were a Marine, but I don't think that I wake up and go, you know, for this live streaming job that I do, it's not really a risk or something that I think of my arm breaking.
Sure.
I do click a lot on my mouse, but maybe finger fatigue is like the worst thing that happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is it about biking or motorsports? Is it the thrill? Would you consider yourself to be an adrenaline junkie?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Anything that's like gets your body going, like I'm about it. I've been skydiving plenty of times. Racing motocross is probably the second biggest adrenaline thing I've ever had. But jumping out of an airplane was probably the number one. That was probably the craziest one.
It all comes full circle. I said, aren't you afraid with Walt Disney? And you're like, no, I'm not afraid of Disney. I'll jump out of an airplane. Yeah, all right. That seems.
It's a good time. If you haven't done it, you should try it sometime.
I like living. This is like, I like to live.
Okay.
It goes like right on my list, like 100 calorie packs of popcorn, not dying, my dad being proud of me. Like, like that, those types of things.
I got you.
Speaking of being proud, though, you've done very well on this app. You said, I just went live, I got a $5, but things have really changed for you. What would you say has been the progression for you as a streamer? How have you grown? What has been your experience?
I think at first, I didn't really know what I was doing. Obviously, I seen that you could gift people, so that hit me hard. Where I was like, I found some people that I really liked, and I liked their stream, and I just started gifting while I'm a brand new streamer. But I met a lot of good people. Not everybody can say they started and met like people that they connected with right away. And I think I'm very fortunate where I've connected with a lot of people. You know, Bart Bune, definitely one of them. Damn it, Dan. Both military guys. So, like, I kind of, like, hit a connection there. And then I just started streaming, and, you know, slowly and surely you just grow a little bit, you know. And I stream every day. So I love it.
Different circles or different networks of friends, I think, also will contribute to the experience that you have on here.
For sure.
Is it primarily other service members that you find yourself gravitating towards, or have you made friends in unlikely places that you wouldn't have expected?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, the service, like, right when I got in, anybody in this service, like, that pulled me in that direction. But then as I started growing a little bit, I started finding other streamers that, like, I really liked their energy, that we got along really good. So then I started doing battles with them. And I think that's how I really, like, grew and, like, met a lot of cool people. Because you can sit in someone's stream all day and listen to what they have to say. But if you battle them and you guys actually have full conversations, that's when it starts to grow on you. For me, it's like, you know, you're a really good person. I like this.
Yeah. The thing about live is that you can fake it for a period of time, but when you're consistent, you really start to peel away those layers where you can't be at your top performance every day. And eventually that authentic self will start to present itself.
Right.
And honestly, it's rewarding when people accept that or celebrate, or you're able to make friends based on that. And that's been the case from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and I mean, this last month, you know, I've traveled, I've met other streamers. I've been to Florida, I've been to Houston, been to Illinois. So I've got to meet a lot of amazing people along the way. So it's just a journey that I'm on right now, and I'm all about it.
Wow. You've met people that you hadn't known prior to this platform.
Correct.
Wow. What? Well, you're a risk taker. I was going to say, like, jumping out of an airplane, the likelihood that stranger from the internet is dangerous, like, maybe not. But
it'll be okay.
What is that like for someone who is just now starting this journey of becoming connected with others on here?
Sure.
Does it really make it come full circle? Do they seem different than they do online? What's been your take or your impression?
You know, I'm very grateful because everybody I've met off the app where I flew and seen them, they're like the exact same person that they are on the app. Yeah. So it's like it was just like we were hanging out on the app, but really it's just in person now because they were literally the same person. They never changed their attitude, their energy. It never changed, not one time. So I've been blessed in that category.
It's worked out, and hopefully anyone who's listening who's getting influenced, like, yeah, you know, the guy without a profile picture keeps messaging me. I guess maybe. If you're tuning in just now, everyone, this is Dalton Disney. He is our first guest tonight on Suited Up. He is a former service member. He is a motocross champion. You are a champion, sir. All right. He's a champion, live streamer. Make sure you're hitting the favorite button on him. Claims to not be a Disney expert. However, if you were to be a Disney character, who would you pick?
Ooh. Simba from The Lion King. I mean, I got to go with Simba. I mean, I love The Lion King growing up, so I got to go with Simba. It's not about the king stuff, you know, all that good stuff. It's Simba, for sure.
Okay. What is it about Simba? Just because you grew up, you liked the movie?
Yeah, I would say I grew up, I liked the movie, and, like, I literally just watched Lion King for, like, the first day a week ago, and I was like, I remember why I love this movie, just because it's a good movie. Simba's a good, we'll say, character, you know, even though he's an animal. So I definitely think it's Simba all the way.
Yeah, it's a good one. Lion King is something interesting about it is that they didn't anticipate it being a success. They pulled most of its animators off to work on, someone fact check in the comments, please. I believe it was Pocahontas. They anticipated being the big, like, next iconic film. Turned out to only be, you know, something compared to what Lion King did.
Right.
So, Dalt, before we start to wrap up today, floor is yours right now. You have a lot of people who came out to support you. Anything you want to say to them? And aside from that, anything that you'd like to talk about?
I mean, honestly, everybody that supports me, thank you guys so much. I want to be where I'm at now without anybody supporting me. And everybody, like, I like to support people too. I think every other streamer does the same thing. First off, I appreciate everybody in the comments. And second off, you know, like, just if you want to just pop in and say hi and say what's up, like, I'm usually just chilling, you know, hanging out, nothing crazy. But other than that, obviously, guys, I appreciate everything. I'm just another man on the app. I just hold myself to a little bit higher standards, I think, sometimes than a lot of people due to the military. But yeah, Chris, I appreciate you having me, man.
Will you elaborate on that last part for a moment? What does that mean to you when you say, I'm just a guy, but I hold myself to a higher standard than everyone else because of the military? What does that mean to you?
I mean, at the end of the day, just like you're in the military, you've always been told what to do, when to do it. And I think for me, it's I don't have that anymore, but having that in your head for I did 4 years, having that in your head for 4 years, it just like, it gets ingrained like into you. You're like, okay, I'm not going to do certain things. I'm going to try to do this better. Or I'm going to try to do this better. I don't want to stoop to like a lower level. And I think at the end of the day, that's what it means the most to me.
Yeah. The easiest path isn't always the correct path. And,
yeah, 100%.
I hear that. Well, again, everyone, if you've not hit the favorite button on Dalt Disney, number one, make sure that you are. Fantastic guy, super nice guy. I know I'll be visiting his streams some more, so I hope you will be too. Dalt, thank you so much for being on the show today.
And of course, man, I appreciate you having me.
Cheers, definitely. And he's suited up. Ladies and gentlemen, Dalt Disney, right there, first guest tonight.
Thanks, guys.
On Suited Up. My name's Chris, everyone. Welcome to the show. We do this every Wednesday. Is that the day? I think it's the day. Every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we bring on some of your favorite streamers that you may recognize. Sometimes even more exciting, though, is meeting a streamer that you haven't met before, finding out a bit more about them so that you can go to their live and instantly already have a connection with them. If you enjoy this content, please hit a favorite. And I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about them. But if you do feel so inclined, that button's right up here. You may also tap into that Instagram, super close to a personal goal. As a side note, did I say go? Personal goal? Collect $200? Up past Park Place. Monopoly reference. We're really digging deep there. Okay, everyone. Anyway, as we go on, we've got two more guests tonight. We have Lexi, and Can I Be Your Best Friend? At this time, Lexi is requesting the box. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, I would like to talk on this show, Chris. I would like you to throw me some questions. I agree. I think that'd be pretty fun. And if you want to take me up on it, make sure that you send a message to Skylight. She's in the comments. She helps me with coordinating the calendar with the guests. That's her right there. So go ahead and send her a message on her Instagram. Just don't hit the follow button. She can't have the clout. We got to make sure her ego stays, in check. Otherwise, she's going to stop helping me, and then I'm going to be out a helper, and it's just going to all be out the window. And we all know I already struggle enough to remember what time I'm supposed to be on. On that note, though, let's bring on our second guest. And it's not Can I Be Your Best Friend? She's later. Our next guest right now, everyone, is the one, the only, the lady who is, what rhymes with Lexi that is appropriate for this show? I don't know. You tell me, Lexi. What can rhyme?
Oh, my goodness. No, thank you. Hi, Chris.
Lexi, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me. Toxica, hello.
What was the second part of what you did there?
What?
Did you say hello?
I said hello to Toxica. I said hi, Ninja. I said thank you.
What was the inflection that you put on that hello?
Nothing.
I felt like I heard something in my ears, and it just. Anyway, Lexi, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
She's excited to be here. I'm excited to have you on. There's a lot of things that we need to talk about. A lot of things that we need to talk about today because you are an interesting person. And I was excited to find out some of these things because I had no idea that you did them. But
okay.
I didn't know. I mean, that's one of the wonderful things about getting to meet a person and get to talk with them is you find out new things about them. But for the people who haven't met you before, will you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Lexi. I'm from California. I know, it's like,
you got name cards for yourself, or?
No, it's a game, but I actually need a fan because it's hot here in California. So I have no AC and I have to fan myself off. Bart, hello. So I live in California, born and raised. I went to college in Hawaii, but back to California because this is where the money's at. So
California is where the money is at. And speaking of where the money is at, I don't know how far your comfortability is to talking about the type of work that you do, but am I okay to say the field of
Yeah,
work?
sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people know what it even is. So, I mean, you can mention it, but I think people probably were.
Well, then, how about in your own words then? Because I'm going to probably butcher it. You work in law.
I am a paralegal.
Paralegal. So
Yep.
what does that mean? What is a paralegal?
What's a paralegal? Well, it's basically like a glorified administrative assistant with a paralegal certificate. So you have to like get like college courses beyond your bachelor's degree. You get certified, and then you go and work as a paralegal and to basically do all the work that the attorneys don't want to do.
Let's go back a step. When you say glorified administrator, what? Because most people hear the word administrator and they send me a message about why they can't get into their account. Other than that, what is an administrator?
I think the only reason why it's glorified is because we get a little bit more money than administrators.
Okay, so you're flexing on all those admins right now?
Yeah. Yep.
Sheesh. Okay, so a glorified administrator, paralegal, and you said paralegal. So what is the paralegal part? Does it actually deal with legal?
Term. I don't think it means anything. Yeah, it's just fancy. It means you work with lawyers. You're not a lawyer, but you know what lawyer you work in the same area as them.
It's kind of like a nurse.
What?
Like, it's kind of like a nurse, where a nurse is hyper knowledgeable.
Like the doctor's jobs. Yeah.
Yeah, able to do many things that doctors do, but not call it. Yeah.
Right.
What interests you in taking on that type of role?
Okay, so you really want to know?
Yeah, we've got time. I think that's actually the whole point of the show.
Okay, all right. So I graduated from college, right, in Hawaii, had not a clue where to go from there. I didn't have a job opportunity. I had no direction. I'm like, okay, I want to be a lawyer, but I don't want to pay for law school. So what can I do? And I thought, okay, well, maybe paralegal school. It's like kind of in the middle. I get to do law, but I don't have to pay the big price tag of law school. So I did the paralegal school in 2 years. And then I went to a headhunter and I said, I just need a job. I don't care what it is. I'm a paralegal now. Find me a job. And they said, okay, well, here's one. It's entry level. It's for a patent law firm working for a partner. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll apply. And I got the job right away. I learned everything that I know today. So I do patent law, which is, a very niche area of law. I missed your face.
A patent law.
I'm a patent paralegal, but it just kind of grew from there. So I got my first patent job in, I don't even want to say, like a long time ago.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down for just a moment, because patents are interesting to me. Copyrights are interesting. I do think they are, because the things that people want to patent or copyright can be a wide spectrum. Are there any memorable things that you remember working on project-wise, patents or copyright?
Yeah. I mean, nothing I can really talk about. But I do work in an industry that is very competitive. So, companies like Cisco,
sure,
internet providers and equipment. So I work in that industry.
Yeah, not like, someone has a patent on paper clips.
No, nothing like that. This is very, very different. It's mostly like hardware and software, which, I mean, I don't know how interesting that is.
I am on the edge of my seat. So you stop. It's mostly because it's the most comfortable spot. But everyone here is also very interested in it. So paralegal by day, wicked awesome streamer by night. How did you get started?
Oh yeah, God, I knew you were going to ask me this question for some reason.
Please tell me it's dating, because I love digging into that part. It's such a.
I know but I've been watching your show for a while, and everybody's story is very similar, right? It's like COVID, can't go out, can't meet people. Yeah. I actually joined POF long before COVID in 2017, not for streaming, but I just wanted to meet people because I was, just freshly out of a marriage, and a lot of people probably felt that. but I was like, this is terrible.
Mhm.
I can't connect with any of these people. And I put it down, and then COVID happened, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to try it again. And then I was like, wow, there's this live thing. What is this? And I clicked it, and I was in a room, and I'm like, whoa, there's people talking to each other. Do I belong here? Is this, I feel like I'm interrupting. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like this is right now, like, I don't know what the comments are saying, but it didn't feel, I'm like, okay, maybe I need to just go live myself because this is weird. I just want to experience it. So
She doesn't mean that. Everyone who's watching right now, you're not weird, and we don't support or condone anything she's saying right now.
You were born for this.
You are perfectly valid. Please.
I felt weird because I didn't know what was going on. It was just totally foreign to me.
We need the numbers. No, it's no. You're right. I'm not going to say that you're right in the fact that watching's weird, but it is an outside experience
From an
where
outside perspective, it feels weird.
it is. It's a lot like I describe it to people who aren't used to live, where maybe you're at a party and two people are having a conversation. You're kind of on that socially acceptable outside fringe where you would casually pick up what they're saying, and you start to interject, right?
Yeah.
Only there's a big screen in front of you and they can't see you.
Which is a really nice barrier if you don't like being on camera. Like, I love being in the chat. So I actually did start out more gifting than I did streaming. I did not just go live right away. I actually spent some time checking people's lives out, and I really felt like, this is really fun. I enjoyed gifting. I met a bunch of cool people, but I also felt a little outnumbered because I think 95% of the app is a lot younger than me. And so I was like, well, maybe like I could do this and attract people that are more in my space.
One, I would never know that. Number two.
Oh, thank you.
If I did know that, instead of looking at that as a hindrance, why not own that? Because now you own that market. And I don't necessarily agree with you there, that you'd stick out in that respect, because
but I was feeling it though. I felt like I couldn't really relate. Like, everybody was having so much fun, but their content was just different from my own like life experience at this current point in my life. So I was searching for some people that I could connect with that were in my same space.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't really finding it. So that's why I decided to go live myself. I'm like,
you could be the catalyst though to inspire other people to do the same thing, because you just said it yourself. I was looking for something that wasn't there, or at least I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And maybe it had just been that there weren't people who had the confidence or didn't know if they thought that they would fit in, as you said yourself.
You feel like you're outnumbered, right? Like, maybe I don't belong here. Maybe this app isn't for me, but I'm like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. You never know, and it ended up being a really good decision because I met the most amazing people. I don't know where I would be today without this app. Like, honest to God, it's been 1.5 years now that I've been here, and these people are my family. I know everybody says that. Everybody in here says it's a family, but it truly, truly is.
Yeah.
Like, you're in here every day, every night, and everybody wants to connect with you. And when you don't go live, they're like, hey, where are you? Are you okay? Like, they care.
Right.
We care.
Yeah. It's so interesting, your perspective, because you're coming at it as if, I'm so different. But really, I would argue that the most important thing that would make someone successful, you embody, which is the interest in others, and that charisma, and that mentality of wanting to build relationships. Like, those are the fundamental building blocks of success here. Not, I would say, age, as long as you're over 18. Not, what sex you are or sexual orientation, those types of things. It's really, are you interested in developing relationships, both platonic and romantic? And
yeah, I mean, that's the whole reason why I did it, is because I was looking, and just straight, dating apps wasn't doing it. But this gives you the opportunity to meet people face to face and have like real conversations. You can only do so much in the DMs, you know what I mean? You're like, hey, you're cute. And you're like, okay, thanks. How are you? You know, it's like, it doesn't really go anywhere. But when you get to talk to somebody and spend time with them, I think there's just so much more. It's so rich in relationships and content and just like getting to know people, like where they came from and what their story is. And I just love that. Hi, Phoenix.
Let's kind of get into that, the content and things like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I probably shouldn't use that word because I really don't have any content. My content is just oh no, okay, well maybe I'm just like trying to compare myself to too many other people. My content is, I'm a party animal. No, shut up, Anthony. My content is, I just love hanging out with people, period.
Sure.
Sometimes we'll play a game, but a lot of times I don't really have the attention span for that. But I mostly play music. I'm huge with music. I love, I have some of the most amazing DJs in my life. Don't worry about it. But it's mostly the people. Everybody that comes in, always, like, they're there every day, every night.
The last part of our conversation here, number one, actually, before we move to the last part of the conversation, if you've not favorited Lexi, please click the profile, hit the favor button so that you can go visit her. And number two, if you're wondering, why is this guy not acknowledging gifts? Why is she the only one talking to people? Number one, because I'm hosting. That means I got to be a little rude. This is Suited Up, everyone. We do this every Wednesday at 9 p.m. It's an interview-style show where we bring on up-and-comers from both on and off the platform, people you may recognize as influencers. We have a conversation with them. So, Lexi, question for you. You said that you started streaming on here, or I'm sorry, you started on Plenty of Fish because you had X.
1 second. What?
I have all the skills to get to level 3. I just have to perfect them.
Good job. Okay, bye.
And she saw them all.
Okay, bye.
Are we doing homework?
My daughter.
Nice.
So she,
right.
Yeah, go.
That's actually fun. All right. So you said that you started because using the platform because you had gotten out of a marriage.
Yeah.
I'm the type of mind that any experience I go through, I try and figure out something constructive or something that I can add as information to use in the future. What would you say, looking back in retrospect now, that you can say, I understand now that I value this, or this is now what I'm looking for, given the information that you have because of your past experiences?
Oh, you mean what did I learn coming out of a toxic relationship like that? You want to go deep?
I did not say that, but go on. Go ahead.
I mean, no. I mean, okay, I learned a lot. Like, this is another show, like, completely. Like, years of recovery. Like, it took a long time to get out of what I was in. But once I was in a space where I felt like I was ready to accept people into my life again, like, that needed to happen. You have got to put the past behind you in order to move forward. Don't look back. That's, I think, probably the most important thing. Because I looked, like, for a whole year after it ended, I kept looking back going, is he going to come back? Is he going to come? You know, I kept wanting him to, like, maybe we'll be okay, you know. But no, babe. No, don't look back, look forward, and that's where your future's at. It's not behind you, it's in front of you. That's it.
That's some great advice. If you have not, please hit the favorite on Lex, everyone. She has been a second guest. Any last things that you'd like to say, plug, meme? What do you meme, maybe, before we wrap up today? They're not sponsoring this. Any last things you'd like to say before we wrap up today?
Still fun, though. Thank you for having me.
Am I on mute?
Am I? Can you hear me?
That's my producer. He says, ask the question again. Lexi, is there anything else that you would like to talk about before we go today?
Oh, you asked me a question.
You would like to say, yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you, everybody. I just say thank you to my whole entire family. I love everybody. You know who you are. I don't have time to say everybody's name, but Ninja, my love, Kat, Phoenix. Oh, I just can't even do everybody justice. You know, Rick, for fuck's sake, I can't do it. I love everybody. Boss, Jenny.
We were doing so well, Lexi. We were doing so well. Thanks for coming on the show, everyone. Make sure you hit the favorite button. That's Lexi. Thank you so much for being on the show. She's gone. I'm Chris. That was Lexi. Next up is Can I Be Your Best Friend? But before we do that, welcome to the show. If it's your first time here, I can't thank you enough for accidentally clicking on this. And if it wasn't an accident, I have questions for you. Unless you're my mom, my grandma, or my aunt. They come here every week to watch the show because they know that I need it. I'm holding on by a thread sometimes. Today, everyone, is a great episode because we've had some fantastic guests, but it's not over. Because Can I Be Your Best Friend is requested in the box right now, right? I bet she is. But if you missed it, you missed a conversation with Dalt Disney. Dalt Disney. Best friend is another name that she goes by. Best friend, right? We've had a fantastic conversation with Dalt Disney, as well as Lexi, who just got out of the box. During these conversations, everyone, we do not acknowledge the gifts. And it's not because we want to be rude. It's just because sometimes we get into some intense topics. And just, go from, and this is how I learned to love myself again, to stop, hang on, that's good and all, but thank you for the wheel. Just doesn't sit right? So, all right. Anyway, name's Chris. Go ahead and hit that favorite button if you like. But in the meantime, if you're trying to find it, here comes, we had to smush some letters together. It's best friend. She's reporting to the box. Can I be friends? Is I just way off? Are you on mute? Hang on. I'll have you come back and do the thing. Come out. All right, here we go. Come on back. We're gonna come back. Sometimes, was that happening just a moment ago? Is that why Lexi wasn't able to answer my last question? Could you hear me? Maybe? No? Okay. All right, let's go, everyone. Our third guest of the evening. Can I be your best friend? Maybe. Hello?
Yes, my name is pretty long. Can I be your best friend?
Can I be your best friend?
Or can I? Or best friend? Or
Just
best
out of the gate. There's so many things that you could pick to be your best name. Yours is wholesome. Why so wholesome?
Well, I got on this app because kind of like Lexi, I was trying to find love. And so my name was something else. And then I realized that every person that I tried to go after did not want me. I don't know if they didn't want me because I wasn't gifting them or whatever the case is, but they kind of like wasn't really checking for me. So then I changed my name to Can I Be Your Best Friend and decided to be a streamer.
Okay.
Because then for my ultimate goal is legit to try to make as many friends as possible. I got on this app to find love, but my overall gain is just to find a friend. I feel like my life partner will be somebody who is my best friend.
Wow. So it's kind of a bait and switch. You're like, can I be your best friend? JK, I consider my best friend to be the love of my life. You just got trapped into being the love of my life?
Right.
Okay. I like your style. That's like real smooth. That's like really smooth. Out of curiosity, number one, we got to address this whole nobody wanted me thing because that was pretty heavy. Like that was some heavy, good suited up content. But do you remember what your name was before you changed it?
So my name was, before I changed it, was The Girl You Want.
Okay.
And nobody, like I said, nobody wanted best friend. And you know what I'm saying? I ran into one guy on here and he only was interested in me gifting him. And I said, you know what? I can do the same thing you do. I am a life coach before COVID. And so I use this platform to get advice from men to help me through my relationship. Okay. And because men are my biggest platform, even though I have a lot of women in my life, I used to ask the men, like, why do men cheat? Why do men do this? Why do men do this? And I'm gonna be honest with you, the beginning of my streaming career, the men helped me actually get over my ex.
Whoa, you're giving us some show content today. I gotta just say thank you for that one, number one. I mean, even to go back real quick, what was it that you were looking for? You said you were looking for a relationship, so you were ready to get committed, and this was because you just felt like you were in the right place, or did you feel like something was
I'm
left?
gonna be honest with you. I think I was just looking for a rebound.
A rebound?
Yes, because I just got out of something. So it wasn't like, I don't know. I was just looking for someone to just, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying?
Take
Just
up the mind.
have some time.
A mind space.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I was looking for. And then I realized, like I said, they didn't want best friend like that. So I turned into what they were. And I figured I can be really good at this.
Sounds like a revenge story. You're like they thought they could use me, so I turned into them and did it better.
Chris, let me tell you something. So one of the guys that the first stream I ever went into, he actually came into my live the other day. And obviously I'm doing very well for myself on the app. And I succeeded him a lot.
Okay.
And it's crazy because now he's interested in best friend, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Wow. All right, hang on. I've just got so many fishing lines out in the ocean right now that I got to reel in of this great information. Hold on. So the first thing that you said that caught my interest was you talked about what people want, or what people pretend to want with this whole relationship or friendship or gifting dynamic. What would you say, in your opinion, and again, this is just your opinion, what do you think it is that people really want here? Is it that they're trying to find relationships, or do you think it's they're trying to build friendships? Because it sounds like you've got a lot of opinions about this whole gifting streamer situation.
Well, there's people on here that will try to butter you up and tell you how amazing you are and jump in your DM. Just so you can gift them. And I fell victim of that early in my streaming career. Mm-hmm. Now, the fact that my name is Can I Be Your Best Friend, whenever somebody try to holler at me, I just say, I'm looking for a friend. If you can achieve being my friend, hit the favorite, be my friend, chill with me. Because I've been in other people's streams where people legit slide in my DM because they see what I throw. Mm-hmm. And they're like,
Okay. I'm gonna take my show notes. That was a metaphor done physical. I'm gonna throw them out real quick. Let's have a heart to heart. What is it that you want now? Because it's you're saying I want a best friend, but you're talking a lot about getting burned. Really, you're like, I invested in people. I thought it was mutually reciprocated is redundant. Right. I thought it was reciprocated, and it turned out it wasn't. So what is it now that you really feel like you want?
A best friend, which is my name. I feel like my partner is going to make me laugh. My partner is going to understand. He's going to be everything that a friend can offer me. I should be able to tell him anything and everything.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying you want a best friend, but it's still leading into potentially could be like something romantic. Like you're looking for a partner.
Yeah, I feel like I want to start there first.
Okay.
Can't you just give your goodies out all willy-nilly? You know what I'm saying? You got to be selective. So if I'm going to move in that direction, I want to be compatible through, friendship first. I've been there, done that, where you just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just date just to date. I'm getting older. I want to date with a purpose.
Okay. Let's talk about the qualities then, because I'm not going to ask you what do you look for in a partner, because you're going to tell me I'm looking for a best friend first. So What are you looking for in one of these best friends?
Personality is important.
Okay. Describe it.
Someone that makes me laugh, someone that can tell me about myself,
okay,
and someone that sets me for me.
Sure. I think.
Those are the top 3 things. Gotta have personality because I get bored quick.
Okay. Do you think that it's a possibility through live streaming that you'll accomplish meeting a person like this?
Really, Chris?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. The reason why is because a lot of the amazing men that I have met on this app, whether they're just really great friends of mine or I have taken interest in, I am myself. Like, if you come to my live, I am goofy, I sing, I don't sugarcoat anything for anyone in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And you got some people that still just like that. And, you know, the people I do connect to on this app that I've seen in that light, they are really good friends. Like, they accept me for who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really accept me for who I am. I can't sing. Sorry.
You said, hey, you know, if you're interested, be my friend first. Would you say that you're someone who has a lot of friends who are men then? Is that kind of what's happened as a consequence?
I get along better with men than women.
You get along better with men than women. So the answer is yes, you just went on a detour, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get sus. Let's get a little saucy with the show, yeah? Do you have an issue with your partner having a lot of friends of the opposite sex?
With him being a streamer or?
Either way. The question will hold either way.
I want to feel secure. So when I want to feel secure. That just is, you know. Like, if I go to his room, I want to be still acknowledged. But I want to be secure, whatever. Because at the end of the day the way I look at it is he getting his bag. You know what I'm saying? He doing what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's I mean, it can be hard, dealing with a streamer. Because when you streaming, he's streaming. Or when you know what I'm saying, you get off, he's streaming. So it's a lot of time.
Best friend. I don't need you to name names. And I'm not trying to get the hot tea. This is not a tea show. But when I recognize a great interview, I know what I gotta go on it. Have you had expressed interest with another streamer?
Oh my God. Really?
Let me preface. A lot of the questions that I'm asking you, they've had a lot of specificity in the way you're answering. And the way that you're answering them reflects very closely to someone who has experience with dating a streamer. Has something like that happened? If you're just now tuning in, everyone, this is Suited Up. We do this every Wednesday, 9 p.m. And this is not normally what we do, but content. Go ahead.
I have talked to a streamer way in my 2-3 milli days.
Okay.
And that didn't work because when his account was taken, it was like, all right, then we're over. Then I was like, wasn't that situation because I was just blowing up your page? I do have a really great friend on here that is great. And I don't know, Chris, this is a lot.
Not trying to make you uncomfortable.
I'm on the market, but I have great friends that you know what I'm saying? This is I don't know.
This will be we'll put a fork in it and be done with it here, all right? We're just going to say this part. Would you have someone that might be upset to hear that you're on the market?
No.
Okay, that's fair then. Then you are. Case closed. Let's kind of go ahead and move on. You said you were a life coach. That's interesting because there's many definitions to life coach. How do you define life coach and what did you coach?
Well, I got my bachelor's in family and children welfare.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about helping people. I'm that person that people always call me about everything.
Sure.
So life coaching has always been something that I always wanted to do. I'm going to get my PhD in clinical psychology. But I got in the life coaching field maybe like 2 years before COVID, and I loved it. But then COVID happened and everything, you know, you can't afford it anymore.
Mhm.
So then I started like counseling people on the app. You know, life coaching is great because you get to talk to people. It's not about trying to fix nobody. It's all about helping the person coach through what they want to do, helping them making their own decision.
Mhm.
It's not me forcing my opinion on you. It's helping you figure out what you want to do.
Sure. Is there any experience or a time that you can remember particularly helping someone connect those dots? Any type of situation that was impactful for you?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Was there ever a situation that was impactful for you when it came to, you said, I can't give you the answer, but I can help you lead you there. Do you remember an experience where you helped lead someone to one of those answers?
Yes, you would not believe this, but men are my biggest clientele. So,
Really? I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I had this guy and he cheated on his girl, and his girl forced him to seek help. He didn't want to do therapy because he thought therapy was whack. So they decided to go to a life coach, which was me. And I coached him through how to make himself better and if he really wanted this relationship and how he can work on himself daily. And they are happily married. They actually got married last year. I think that was one of my biggest success because, like I said, I'm helping a guy. Like, I legit was being cheated on for the last 2.5 years of my life, and I'm helping somebody that's a cheater, right? And so that story always stick out for me.
You basically, in short, just said, I helped the guy understand why he cheats. Is that accurate?
Yes.
What?
And to figure out that this is really what he wants to do.
There's been for the entire history of humans, that question has been asked, why does somebody cheat? And you're telling me you helped the guy come to the conclusion of it?
Every person have a reason why they cheat.
Okay, wow. What?
Whether they're bored, you know what I'm saying, she ain't doing something that she used to do. You know what I'm saying? She complains. The number one reason why men say they cheat is because their girl nags so much. She nags, she complains.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that? They may say that's the reason, but do you believe that?
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, we nag a lot.
You do believe that?
Yes. This time that we just need to shut up. And I'm just saying, like, I know that. Like, men do not want a woman who complains all the time. You know,
I'm ducking right now because I think the chat's about to send some real heat. Like, I just gotta move out of the way because the rays of heat that are about to come from this chat, I don't feel safe.
I mean,
I don't feel safe.
Us ladies, we complain even when we shouldn't complain. We complain because sometimes we just want to hear ourselves talk. We complain because we feel like we're being ignored. You know what I'm saying? Where you can just ask them a question.
Let me ask you this then. Is it justifiable then? Do you feel that, is it justifiable? The action of cheating as a consequence to the nagging, do you feel that it's justified?
Oh, it depends. You got some women who they nag because honestly their men don't pay attention to them. Honestly, their men do treat them like, yeah.
I just gotta hit the playback button.
Spend time with me. And then you have the other woman who nags about everything because she just want to hear herself talk.
Best friend, I gotta hit the playback button. I just gotta make sure that my ears heard correctly, and that you said yes, the cheating can be justified if she nags too much. Is that? I'm not putting words in your mouth. Is that?
No.
To be clear,
No. What I am saying is this: every woman complains for a reason.
Okay.
I've been there, done that, where I complain for no reason. Like, sorry about that. I was her, but I also was the girl that complained because he never spent time with me.
Sure. Okay. Well, that was a hot take. That was a spicy hot take. So interesting perspective. No judgment here. This is what the show's about. This is a good conversation. And that's what we've been having. So if you've not hit the favorite button on Can I Be Your Best Friend, make sure that you do, because something tells me she's got a lot more content that you need to be checking out.
Yeah, I'm an open book. I mean, it is what it is.
In respect to you, because you have said and given some takes that may go against the grain. And that's okay, because I believe that people are a culmination of their environment and experiences, which helps shape their beliefs and their preferences. And you are just that, a product of your experiences. And yeah, so here we are. Last thing that we'll touch on here is we didn't really go into streaming or all that kind. Well, we did in a sense, but for the future for you, what do you hope to see from your streaming career? Are there goals that you have, aspirations?
Yes. Shout out to my team. We actually just hit the big 50. So we just hit the big 50 mil, and we got 55. We just hit 55 a couple days ago, and 56 is knocking on the door. So the goal is to try to get 100 mil, top badge, and I'm honestly all for like women empowerment. So my goal is always each one teach one. You know, I want to bring up as many new streamers as possible and try to give them the knowledge, because the way I look at it is this: if we can get dope people at the top with us, then we're good. You know, and so many people legit do not want to share their craft. Sure. I had someone share their craft with me and taught me how to be a better shooter and taught me how to have content and, you know, no cursing and this. And
that's a pitch for another time. That's a pitch for anher time.
Yeah, so
I see what you're doing. My ear. I was like, I see what you're doing. I see with my ears, apparently. Best friend, I think that's a great goal to have. In fact, content, that's the name of the game. If you know, people should know one thing about you, because I think right now we need to we got to kind of get the slate cleaned a little bit. Let's make sure that we have everything on the table. If people are going to walk away from this conversation, what is something that you would like them to understand about you? Or what is something that, at least, that even if they don't agree, that you might be able to help guide them to, as far as the perception of you might be? It's all you. Go for it.
I'm very genuine. I'm very genuine. I'm an emotional shooter.
No.
I'm just being honest. You told me to be honest, right? I'm very genuine. I truly, absolute, like, I've made so many dope connections on this app, and I am like emotionally invested in like all the great people that I've met in this app. And I'm genuine. Like, when I'm mad, you know it. If I'm happy, you know it. You know, Mr. Hush. Yeah, I'm a very genuine person, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm human. So sometimes being genuine and being an emotional shooter, you do also make mistakes, and I'm okay to say I make mistakes along the way.
Sure. Well, I can't thank you enough for being on the show. I think those were some great closing words to say. If you, again, have not hit the favorite button on Can I Be Your Best Friend, make sure that you do. Hit the favorite button. Go visit her stream. She's got a lot of people apparently favoring her and giving her diamonds. But here are some more. Get her that 100 million goal, all right? Thank you so much for being on the show, best friend.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for the great conversation.
All right, bye-bye.
Cheers. Wow. Hot takes. Good episode, everybody. Name's Chris Casper. If this is your first time on the show, welcome to it. We do it every Wednesday, 9 p.m. I didn't wear a jacket today, and because I knew it was going to get hot. I knew that the conversations, they're going to get kind of real, and they did today. And if you like that type of content, make sure that you hit the favorite button right up there at the top, that little gold star. It's cool. All the cool people are doing it. Sometimes. That's why it's a rumor. I heard a rumor that the cool people hit the star button. But the coolest people the absolute coolest people, they hit the follow on the IG. There was one last thing that I didn't ask best friend about. That was such a cool note. Thanks to Skylight. Skylight, thank you for the great notes leading into the conversation. Best friend, if you're here, we're over time right now, but this is just such a good. This is just such a good little tidbit. I gotta know. She's already gone. She's like, everybody come to my stream. She's already DMing her folks. She's like, everybody, I'll spoil it. She found her mom on the platform. Now, my mom watches the show, and I know she watches, so at least I'm braced for the impact. But just for a moment, could any of you imagine? Oh.
Yes, my mom is on the app.
Give us some context. How did you find your mom on this platform?
My mom stalked me. She catfished. She was a lurker. She actually my mom actually found me when I had 10 million diamonds. And this girl walks in my stream and she's extremely nice. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like I tell you, in my stream I treat everybody like my best friend. So instantly her energy made me like her. It was weird. It just made me like her. So I badged her up, and every time she came to my stream, she would level up. Like she made it her mission to level up every time. Not to get emotional, but my father passed away. And so I go to Vegas to kind of get away from life, and I took some time away from streaming. And my people kept saying, just come stream for a little bit. So I'm sitting at the table and I hear my stream on the couch. So this person threw a jet. Somebody was talking crazy to me and this person throws a jet. I get off live and I'm talking to my mom and my pops at the time. And my mom was like, I gotta tell you a secret. Don't be mad. I'm like, what? She was like, I'm in your top 30 gifters all time. Now my board is pretty crazy so I'm looking at the top 30. I go and I look at my pops and I'm like, is she really on? And he's like, yes.
Wow. Crazy.
So she exposed
Is your
herself.
mom chasing clout?
No, so what she did was once she was revealed and my family figured her out, then my mom decided to actually make her own friends in the app.
What?
And she decided to be a shooter, and she's in a lot of people's lives. And make a long story short, she had her first auction and she got like 4 dragons and she cried like a baby and she's
Is
like,
your mom here?
Huh?
Is your mom here right now?
She is not here. She is hanging out with Pops right now.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but yes, my mama is on the app.
That was a great story. Thank you for the next hot take. We needed to know that. Whoa, you didn't have to get out that fast. Jeez. Let me get a reciprocal you're welcome, or just like oh, you're good. No, it's like wham, door shut. She's like, I got my own stream to be at, Chris. I did my part. I got my favorites. All right, chill. Sheesh. Welcome to Suit It Up, people who did not leave. My name's Chris. We do this show every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's an interview style show. That's what the word is. Interview style show where we bring on people both on and off the platform. Sometimes, I guess, people's moms are off the platform and then they come on the platform, like in her case. And who knows? Maybe someone you know might see you streaming and be like, wow, we totally went to high school together. And that's when you're like, yeah, bet you didn't think that I would make it here. Could you imagine someone trying to flex on someone else that way? It's happened. I've seen it. Anyway, if you want to be on this show, go ahead and send a message to Skylight. Her face is recovering right now. She had an allergic reaction to living, apparently. She was like, it's the springtime, and because of it, and that's not good. So send her a message. You could be on the show. Right now, you should go over and watch one of the other great shows that we have, like Pet Profiles. Pet Profiles is on right now, everyone. Name's Chris Casper. Have a great night. I'll see you Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the rundown. Until then, everyone, take care, drink some water, have a good night, and stream with respect. Goodbye.